How you doing?
I'm awesome. How are you doing?
Awesome, great. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, we have full lockdown here, so I'm going a little bit crazy, stuck indoors, which is, it's what we have to do. We have no choice. Um,
Where are you now?
at the moment, I'm in Italy
Okay.
because my boyfriend lives in Italy. So my daughter is in England. I can't go and see her or anything. So it's going to be very strange. As like Christmas coming up, I cannot go there to be with her. Um,
Okay.
but we have to see, hopefully, this will pass. Or we
Yes,
get a
yes.
vaccine or something. How is it there at the moment?
No, number of patients are reduced, and we are completely free since last, I think, 2, 3 months. Just
Seriously,
trains,
that's amazing.
just trains has not been started, but other transportations and all market is open, everything is open, and now Diwali is going on in India. We are celebrating Diwali like normal days. Nobody
Really?
mask, nothing.
Do you think that's it's good? I mean, like, do you feel like, because I worry, because we in England, everyone was like, yeah, okay, everything is okay. And now it's hitting us again.
But I heard that in Delhi, number of cases are increasing nowadays. But I'm living in Maharashtra. It's
Mhm.
completely normal, and especially in my town, number of patients are zero.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
really good. Huh? And, because in India, so many people live with big families in close quarters, so it could be
Yeah.
so much easier for it to spread. So, wow. Congratulations to you for managing to get a hold of it because we didn't do a very good job.
Thanks. I thought Indian people are physically strong. Our immunity power is our immune system is strong. That's why a number of cases are reduced, and mortality, death is also low comparatively other countries.
That's interesting. Yeah, and I wonder if that is something to do with maybe even diet, and also, because the Indian, food is very healthy actually. A lot of vegetables, mainly vegetarian actually, right?
Yes, yes.
It's quite common in India. Like when I was in India last time, I didn't eat meat for 6 months when I was there. It was
Okay.
very easy to be a vegetarian there.
Yeah, because so many dishes are there,
Oh my
vegetarian dishes.
Oh, I miss so much Indian food. In Italy, you cannot find it anywhere. I
Okay.
miss it in
But we
London everywhere.
use spices, different spices as well. Then we put butter or ghee in everything. So I
That's
think
true.
you may like or not.
Yeah, it's true. There's a lot of ghee and a lot of stuff there, but oh my God, I love India. My favorite, I love a thali plate. Thali, when you get a really good thali, that's the best meal. And I also
Yeah.
like masala dosa.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
It's my
And
favorite as well.
idli as well. I like.
It's very easy to prepare at home. You can
Oh
prepare
yeah.
at your home. Yeah.
You say that because you are used to it, but whenever I have tried, I never, and also in Italy, you cannot find the spices. It's quite difficult actually to get the correct
Okay.
spices.
Or
So,
you can order from India when international transportation will start. You can order from India, watch YouTube channel, and just observe what they
follow
are
it.
doing and do like this and follow it.
That's
It's
a
so
really
simple.
good idea. Do you know what? For some reason, I didn't think about ordering spices because that is
Uh,
one thing that I
and
think would be great. You really
you
need the
can
right
prepare
spices.
pickles as well at your home, or
I
you
love
can
mango pickle.
mango pickle,
Oh
then
my God.
lemon pickle,
Lemon
chili
pickle. Oh
pickle.
my God. You're killing me here. Oh my God. I love it so much. It's so nice when you have it with I love that tangy taste that you have with the rice, the pickle and the rice together. And
Yes,
oh,
yes.
I'm drooling now. I love
Veg
here.
pulao or khichdi you can eat with.
Yeah. In Italy, they don't. they don't really like spices. Yeah, they're very much the flavoring. They don't do spices, and they eat just pasta and pizza all the time. It's not a myth,
Oh,
you know. It's true.
that's why the immune system is weak.
Probably, yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. And sometimes they like to eat like meat, but they just have a piece of meat on the plate. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like vegetables. Where's the vegetables? You know, it's very strange, and they are famous for their food, so it's a bit confusing. But yeah. Anyway, so lovely to see you. And I just was going to start because I know you've said you really want to look at pronunciation and stuff. So
yes.
I was thinking about just going over a couple of things, like maybe just today, when you talk about pronunciation, I could say you'd say a British pronunciation. Now, an
Neutral accent.
easy,
I want a neutral accent, but I follow British phonetics.
yes, exactly. So quite commonly people would think if you're talking in British accent, you're going to pronounce your T's, everything is very clear. It's not necessarily if you want to sound fluent. It's not necessarily that things are pronounced in that way. So there are some assimilations that's worth knowing about that would give you a more fluent sound to the way
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying.
As I told you before, I'm aware about the linking words, assimilation, elision, intrusion,
Hmm.
intonation, rhythm,
Yeah.
word stress, but it should come into my speaking.
Yes. Well,
I
that's
I
something
I,
that happens
I
just
want
through
it to
talking.
flow.
Mm, yeah. So things like, for example, well, let's say with the definite article the, yeah, if I was to say to you, for example, let me think of a sentence. I prefer the blue one to the orange one. Yeah, if I say that sentence, I prefer the blue one to the orange one. Can you hear a difference in how I pronounce the?
Yeah, a type sentence once. I'll tell
Yeah.
you. I asked your mom as well. She's not free right now.
That's such a shame. Thanks for contacting her. So when you
Uh,
say this, if you listen,
I prefer the blue on the orange because first with blue we have to say the on the orange because it's orange first alphabet of orange is vowel.
it's a
So
vowel.
the blue, the
Ex
orange.
You got it. You got it. Well done. Okay, great. That's fine. So I just
And
wanted to.
one another thing I noticed, I prefer. Why sound intrusion is there?
I
I prefer.
prefer.
And
Uh,
then the blue on to the to. I should not pronounce to. It's to. I prefer the orange to the sorry. I prefer the blue onto the orange one.
yeah. So what do you mean? Like, what are you saying? What are you talking about? Intonations? Is that what you're asking? Is why you would go? I prefer the blue one to the orange one. I mean, when were you talking about the thing that you want, you prefer? Yeah, we're gonna put a stronger stress on the one that you want people to hear. Yeah, the orange one is
Oh,
kind of beside the point. Yeah, I prefer the
okay,
blue one to the orange one. So we would
okay.
say the one that we want you to know that this is the one I want is the one that gets the stress.
Okay. So shall I stress blue one or orange one?
Blue. Because
Blue.
which one do you prefer? The blue one
Okay.
to the
Okay.
orange one. Yeah, so we
I,
discarding, if you think about discarding the orange one, it's not really relevant. It's what you're saying which one you want
yes. I prefer the blue one. I prefer the blue one on the orange one.
to the orange one. Yeah. So it just kind of dwindles out at the end, in a way, because it's not really relevant. It's somehow you've got rid of that. You're saying which one you like. Yeah. So all right. So I just wanted to do that. So I mean, I now remember you mentioned about the assimilations and stuff like that. So for example, in English, if I was going to say to you, if we met for the first time, yeah, how would you greet me?
Hello, how are you?
Uh, Hi, I'm very well. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay, very good. So that's the thing, is like things like that. The T, when you're combining, we say meet you. Yeah?
Meet you.
Yeah, we don't say meet you. And that's an assimilation of but you know about the
Yeah, I've
assimilation.
studied it. I've studied it.
Yeah. So that's the kind of T and the Y sounds together, yeah? And we often
But I want these things should flow naturally from my
yeah,
language.
exactly. And that is stuff that will happen through practicing, yeah? That's not something that you can just I can say this is the rule, now just do it. You're going to need to practice it, yeah? So I'm going to give you
Yeah.
like here, let me just write this down for you. Mm, okay, I'm going to just give you a couple of sentences that I've written down. Hang on. You can just say them for me. Okay. Sorry, they're all kind of
Okay.
together, but just you'll see there's a question mark at the end of each sentence.
Yeah.
So these are sentences that have the chew thing in it. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
just say those sentences for me.
Okay. Okay. I'll bet you don't know. Can I get you anything?
Oh, sorry. I bet
Don't
you
you
don't
want to?
know. I bet you don't know. That's one sentence. I'm sorry. I just copied and pasted it from my notes, and they've all done a lot
Okay.
of it. So it's sentence. So the first sentence is, "I bet you don't know."
Okay. Okay. I'll bet you don't know.
Mhm.
I'll bet you don't know. Can I get you anything?
Can I
Don't
get
you want
you?
to come to the party?
Can I?
Can I get you anything?
Yeah,
Can I? Can I get you anything?
that's better. Yeah,
Don't you want to come to the party? That shirt doesn't suit you.
that
Doesn't suit you. We should not pronounce that T. Doesn't is enough.
doesn't.
That shirt doesn't suits you.
Yeah. So here, suit you. T and Y together. Suit you.
Suit you.
Yeah. Now,
Suit
when you're
you.
saying it, it sounds like, okay, why? That sounds like it's bad pronunciation, yeah? But it's not. It's actually how we say it, yeah? So if I would
Okay.
say, let me just do this again, and I'll do it again, and then you just repeat each sentence after me, okay? So
Okay.
I'll bet you don't know.
I'll bet you don't know.
Good. Can I get you anything?
Can I get you anything?
Nice. Don't you want to come to the party?
Don't you want to come to the party?
Good. That shirt doesn't suit you.
That shirt doesn't suit you.
Yes, very good. Okay. So it's even though you know it, it's practicing the sentences, yeah? So as the more you say it, the more it will become natural. And that is what we say. If you listen to 1,000 people in London and you filmed them all saying those sentences, they would all say chew in that moment, not you. Okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I think imitation is a better way than shadowing because in shadowing we speak parallelly with the speaker,
yeah.
so we cannot understand what we are speaking. We are listening to the speaker, so we cannot hear our own voice. So I think imitation is better because after speakers one sentence there is a pause, and then we speak means we can hear our own voice
Yes,
where we are making mistakes.
yes, I think so. And I think it's also, you're hearing the natural flow of it as well. Do you hear how it's naturally said? Yeah. And then you can fit yourself, then you can hear yourself saying it. Yeah. You've got the space to
Yeah,
hear yourself saying it. So it's like you're mirroring. Yeah.
yeah,
And you get the sense and you can feel if it doesn't seem that right. So like for a cover, so for example, T followed by K. Yeah. T followed by K. Credit card. We're not really pronouncing the T. Credit card.
credit
Credit
card,
card.
credit card, next door, then must have, must have,
Yeah. Don't let it get cold. Get cold.
Don't let it get cold.
Yeah, get cold.
Get cold.
Yeah. So
Get
in those
cold.
times, quite often it's just the T is swallowed up a little bit. That would be the sort of natural. It just flows more. Yeah. Don't let it get cold. Okay. Now, you have to do it quickly.
Don't let it get cold. Don't let it get cold.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay. There's no shortcut for learning languages.
It needs practice only.
There's no shortcut for learning language. Do you want me to send that to you?
There's no shortcut to learning language.
Shortcut.
There's no shortcut to learning language.
Yeah.
There's no shortcut to learning a language.
So it's almost like becomes short when there's that thing where it's almost like it becomes like one word, shortcut.
There's no shortcut to learning a language.
Yeah. So so that's a case where the T and the K, the K sound. Yeah, it's not K, it's a K, any K sound. Yeah, they merge sort of into one. Shortcut. Yeah.
Shortcut.
Yeah. And it feels weird, right? Because you're kind of going like, hey, that doesn't feel right. That's not proper language. But that is what we would say. And that is how we would talk. Yeah. So it's getting in that more of a fluent sound to it. Now, the reason these sound, it feels weird, but actually when you start talking and assimilating them into your language, what you will find is that it makes the language flow quicker. The reason we've taken these on board is because it sometimes when the vowels and the consonants, and if sometimes it's too difficult, it's too broken to say each word, so it makes the flow happen easier. So that's how we do.
Okay, I want to ask a question. You people say that Indian accent is strong, Indian accent is thick. So why do you say it's thick or strong? Because we say instead of cat, we say cat.
Yeah.
Then that cat k sound, we say k. And for suppose you tell me any word that due to that sound you think that our accent is thick or strong.
Well, I need to hear it a bit more. I need to like listen in on, and with that in my mind, I think I'm a difficult person to ask because I don't find Indian accent difficult at all to understand.
No, just I heard from many native speakers that Indian accent is so strong. It's thick. So I just thought that because of like T, we say term, but it's term.
Yeah.
So maybe because of that team, we say team, but it's team.
Yes. Yeah, and that's the pronouncing. But I think also maybe one of the things I feel that it could be possible is that the intonations within the Indian language, I don't think it's so much to do with the pronunciation of individual letters. I think it's more to do with a slightly different intonation of speaking. So pauses in places that maybe we would not use pauses, so it's harder to follow, if you understand what I mean.
Okay.
So that's what I'm guessing. And like I said, I'd be honest with you, and for me, the Indian accent is easy to understand, but only because I'm accustomed to it. Yeah.
Okay.
I find often with Indians, especially when they speak reasonably well in English, they tend to merge their words together a little too much, so there's like, it's kind of hard to define the individual words, and a little too fast as well. Yeah. So,
okay, you mean
yep, go ahead, sorry.
You mean comparatively your spoken language, Indians language is a little bit fast while they speak English.
Yeah, it's a bit, they often mumble it all together Do you know what I mean? Rather than it's more
Okay.
client. But but I'm going to come back to saying to you that I think that it's really there's an intonation issue with it, you know, like about what we're um stressing in the sentence. Yeah. So
Okay.
sometimes in a
Okay.
sentence, what you might stress as the important thing in your sentence is slightly different to what we would stress, which changes the meaning of the sentence.
But really, it's so difficult because you stress the word, syllable. First, you stress syllable, then
Mm,
word, means a particular word which are
mm.
important. Then you use weak forms. So, stressing word is okay, but parallelly stressing syllable and word, when it combined together, I get overwhelmed many times when I practice.
Right. So I'm just trying I want to understand you fully. So is there any examples you can give me that you find when you say stressing the syllables and the words? So you're saying because we speak it, we use our syllables quite a lot. You're saying that when you find a word that you have to stress, and then you've got to stress the syllables within it. So it's like double stressing.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I want to find an example. Um, because what I think, okay, so let's say maybe beautiful. That's got several syllables in it. Beautiful. It's got three.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
beautiful. Okay, so it's like it's about how you bring
Beautiful.
that to the table. Yeah, it's she's beautiful.
She's
Yeah,
beautiful. First syllable
yeah,
is stressed.
beautiful. What you, especially in the word that you want to highlight in your sentence. Yeah, you want to
Yes.
make it stand out, bring it to the front. Yeah, that's the word you want the person to remember. Yeah, so
Yes.
she's so beautiful. Yeah, within that, yeah, you've brought it to the start, and within that, obviously, you have your syllables. Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so you don't have to go beautiful. You don't have to do that. Yeah, bring
Yes.
it to the front,
Yes.
and then treat it as independent. You know. So
Yes.
um the best, okay, that's only got one syllable, but the best thing that I saw, yeah, the best thing. And often when Indians saw, they might say the best thing that I saw, yeah, which is
Yeah. The best thing I saw.
exactly, yeah. So it's about,
Best thing
yeah.
I saw.
So and I think that maybe I might get, I'm not going to say that this is 100%, but I think that might be an area where people find it hard to follow the Indian accent and
Okay.
more than the actual pronunciation of the words themselves. Yeah. And
And that's what I'm finding difficult.
yes. So is that what you're finding difficult? How to use your intonations correctly?
Yeah, parallelly word stress and then intonation, both the things combined.
Yeah.
When I stress syllable, I forgot about the intonation. When I follow intonation, I forgot about the
Right.
stress,
And that's because also
word stress.
maybe you're slightly overthinking it. Yeah. So, you're thinking,
Yes.
okay, right now I've got to stress it. So that's why I wanted to, do some exercises with you about you talking about things that matter to you. Yeah. Um, and we can do it sentence by sentence. But I want to hear stuff that's important to you, not just you reading someone else's opinion. Yeah, because then you're expressing yourself. Yeah, so we spoke last time, we've only got 5 minutes unfortunately, but we did speak last time about talking about having a dinner party and inviting some people that you care, that you respect, to your dinner party. Yeah, remember? I
Yeah.
don't know if you remember. And it's just something to think about. Not, you don't have to do homework. I'm just saying, just prepare your mind for it and think, like, if you would say he was such a charismatic leader. No, he was a charismatic leader. He was such a
Hmm.
charismatic, it's leader, and then you come back down. Yeah.
Okay. He was such a charismatic leader.
Yes, that sounds better. Yeah. And and as I said, when you first start to learn these things, it feels like, oh, this is uncomfortable, like it doesn't feel natural. Yeah, and you feel like you're like
Yes, yes,
you sound weird. But you have to trust, as with pronunciation, when you do the th sound, it feels uncomfortable, but it sounds correct. So you have to trust that. Yeah. So think about the people you want to speak about. Think about some of the vocabulary that you want really to get across about those people. Okay, and then we will try to use that, like some of the vocabulary I sent you. Do you still have it? You still have? I sent you I'm going to send you
sorry.
this link again. Yeah. That is
Okay.
just talking about people, personality, positive personality traits. Yeah. Yeah. So there's
Okay.
some new vocabulary for you as well. And you might want to use some of that.
I,
Yes. No, I mean, that's the whole point. And that's why when you're talking in a sentence, I think, like I said, overthinking, you're separating it. Yeah. And you're bringing it together, because you put the stressed word into the front, and then you just should naturally get to the point where you're using, how to say pronounce the actual
yes.
word. Okay, so sometimes your overthinking is your worst enemy, especially with language. It really, it's
Yes.
like, it stops you from that fluency.
But I think in the beginning I'll have to do so, and once I'll get used to, then it will automatically flow. But I reckon that it will take at least 5 to 6 months
Oh,
practice.
totally. And really, the thing that I really would like, you to do is, I really want to hear you talk about things that matter to you. Yeah. I don't want to hear you talking other people's words. Yeah. I want to hear your words, because that's about how you learn to express yourself. Yeah. It's not just
Okay.
regurgitating others' words. Yeah. So that's why I want to do a couple of exercises with you where you're going to talk about your own feelings and your own thoughts and your own opinions. Yeah, because that's really good practice for, using the intonations.
Yeah.
What is it I want to get across in the sentence?
Okay, you can give me topic, and I'll try to give my opinion, or I'll try
Yeah.
to express
So
myself.
basically, okay, we've got 2 minutes. Next time, I'm going to ask you
Yeah,
to do the dinner
okay.
party.
Okay. One more thing I want to ask you, that I need time after 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. within 2 hours. Is it possible?
Let me have a look. I'll look at the time difference and I'll check how that matches with mine. Yeah, and then I'll get back to you.
Yeah, I had messaged you, but I
Did
didn't
you?
get any
Oh,
reply,
I'm so
so I
sorry. I
just
don't
booked.
know. I would never not reply. I'm so sorry about that. I don't know why I didn't see it.
Okay.
But okay, I will have a look. I'm
Okay.
going to look. So between 10 to 11, you
Yeah.
said, or 10:30 to 11.
For this week, I'm booked with others, because I have checked your schedule. Your time is
Yeah, I
not
am fully
free.
booked, but I will see if I
After
can slot you in somewhere. So sorry, just repeat, from 10 to 11 p.m. your time. 10 to
10 to
12. Okay.
12.
It'll
10 to
probably
12.
be on an earlier. It'll probably
If
be
you
earlier
if you
because of my time.
if
Yeah.
you if you give me 10:30, it will be best for me. I'll send you a message again. Then
Okay.
you can
All
figure
right,
out.
great. So just yeah, have a look at this. And next time we're going to have a talk about this dinner party that you're going to have with anybody from all of history. Okay? Someone you respect. 4 people that you really respect,
Okay.
why you respect them, and what you would like to talk to them about. Yeah, that will be the kind of the main thing.
Okay.
So it can be your grandmother, okay? It can be Cleopatra. It can be anybody you want.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
so really lovely to see you again. I will have a quick look at my time schedule and I'll get back to you.